Happy Wednesday. Welcome to another episode of No Frills Video. Longer than a minute, definitely less than 5 minutes. Anyway, how you doing today? Listen, I'm going to jump right into it. Sometimes in life, we might need to have some wiggle room to move some things around our schedule. And in some cases, it's actually beneficial to rearrange our schedule in such a way to actually push things back a little bit to provide more time. And that's a good thing. But we can't put off everything, okay? Now, I see countless situations, on these videos about sometimes people are behind in their bills, and what happens is it starts off like a tiny cavity that you can't see. People may go a couple of days late, get a late fee, get a notice, okay, well, and then they pay that, and then maybe a couple of months down the road, the same problem persists on another bill, and they let go, and what they do is they ignore it, and the late fees pile up and pile up. That's not a good thing to put off. So pay your short-term loans, otherwise known as your credit card bills, right away. Another situation, if you know you're renting an apartment or renting a space for living, right, you know rightfully that you have to pay rent, right? We know this is how it works. Or mortgage. We know we have responsibilities. In that word responsibility is what? The word what? Response. That's why we call it responsibility. I know it sounds silly. Just saying. But nonetheless, we have responsibilities. We have obligations to be met. Now, after a period of time, there's going to be a consequence to our actions. If we pay our bills on time, pay our rent on time, our mortgage on time, we get the benefit of housing, right? Which is a nice thing. But if for some reason, I don't know the reason, I cast no judgment on anyone who may be facing this sort of thing, here's where I have a little bit of confusion. When folks are surprised that there might be a consequence to not meeting an obligation, such as paying a bill or paying for housing, rent, or mortgage, there are consequences to our actions. So rather than deal with that, wouldn't you agree that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure? If you see that things are not working out right for whatever the reason, and you have plenty of time to remedy the situation by, e.g., earning more money, taking on a temporary job, even a side hustle that pays immediately, nothing slow as molasses type of pay, like some of the stuff I do. Just saying. But I'm just being real here. I'm just saying the truth. Now, here's the thing that we have to do. We have to be very honest. We have to face our numbers. If we need to improve our numbers, we shall improve them right away. Why does somebody have to wait for, let's say, a judge to say, your rent is overdue, your rent is late, you have 10 days to get out? Why do some people have to wait for that moment? I'm not judging. I just don't understand the things that sometimes people put off. If that person or persons know they need assistance, do everything you can to get the assistance first. You don't want things to go. Now, I'm just saying this, that's like an extreme situation, okay? Then we could go back to other more simplistic matters, okay? Of putting things off. You have a sink full of dirty dishes, right? Night number one. Some people do this, believe me or not. They let their dirty dishes in their sink pile up, not just one day, maybe 2 or 3 days, and even leave and go somewhere for days on end and come back to it. Not only is that gross, but that is a really tough job to face. I just couldn't see it. So sometimes it pays to put things off. Sometimes it pays not really. We need to be responsible people. Remember, responsibility includes the word responsible. It's up to us. It's just as easy to do, or it's just that much harder to do. Have a good day.